some storytellers for you, don't we? Don't we? And if it wasn't for that damn good citizen and you people, well, you know.
I don't know if you know this, but Aguilar's been falling apart since.
You're right, Johnson. You're right. You're right. Let's take a look.
Now I couldn't see who did the initial. Who shoved TJ first?
I shoved him.
You shoved him?
Yeah.
It looked like initially you were trying to get.
Yes.
Well, I was just initially trying to get everyone away.
Yeah, he was trying to.
I didn't want to fight anybody.
Okay.
I didn't want a competition at all.
And then after that, TJ, did he put you in a headlock?
They did.
Yeah, he did.
He did put me in a headlock. I was trying to get my uncle away from him, and he put me in a headlock. So that's why I tried to put him off the head when I touched my head.
So you busted your head when you guys fell?
Yes, when we fell.
Okay. Did TJ strike you at all after?
He tried to strike me. I mean, he put me in a headlock. I'd consider that attacking.
You'll see it on the video. I struck him.
I think anybody could consider a headlock hit.
But after that, you weren't swinging on him or anything like that?
No, and then just he was yelling for somebody to call the cops.
No, he didn't swing at him. He just kneed the crap out of him. That's all. That's all. And then how would she know what was said or what was done? She wasn't even there at that point in time. So why is she even giving statements? I mean, I guess she can't help herself, just like the meetings.
And there's a restraining order against Robert Avila. He's not supposed to harass me, yet he still keeps going to the town hall harassing me.
Right, harassing you. That has nothing to do with this current investigation.
I mean, apparently, with my whole family needs a restraining order because they can't.
Then I would go.
I was at work the other day for the meeting. I just happened to look out the window. They're parked in the parking lot. These two are coming down, and they're flipping them off, cussing and yelling.
For her and Robert, but she wasn't even here for this.
Okay. I'm going to use Deputy Johnson's words here.
You guys have all these cameras. You're always recording, but when you are the victim, somehow you magically don't have footage of this. Why is that?
That question was asked to us. I don't remember it ever being asked to any of the Cocas, especially Stephanie, especially when she claims
We're being harassed by these motherfuckers every day.
I like how my language is offensive, but everybody else's is okay.
My son was just assaulted by fucking Robert and good citizen because of my job. I want charges pressed on him. My son's face is all fucking full of cuts and shit.
Really? This was about her job? So she pulls the town of Aguilar into it. I wonder how the lawyer's going to feel about that one.
That other party, the Joshua Lloyd, is not from here. He's from Arizona. TJ's not from here. He's from Michigan.
Yeah, exactly.
The only one that's a local is Robert Avila.
Yeah.
So I have no idea why they're even in this town. I'm assuming because, again, they get to get away with murder, essentially.
You guys aren't going to like to find out where I'm actually from.
Now, I saw...
What's up, everybody?
Hey. How's everybody doing tonight? Good to see you, John, Nicola, and you people.
Evening, gents.
We got Lori tonight joining the show. What's up, Lori?
Good evening.
And we've also got Vern. Good to
Hello.
see you.
Hey, Vern.
What's up, Vern?
Hey, Joe Cole. The 11 lurkers. Good to see you. So, what do you guys think of that little video clip? That was funny, wasn't it?
Oh, it was funny at the time. It's still funny now.
Yeah, it's still funny now. Yeah.
Shows how they make up their own rules.
Yeah, their own little stories and shit, you know. He was calling for the cops to help.
You have to admit the great fiction writers.
There's even parts in there where the sheriff is directing the witnesses on what to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I find amusing is that same sheriff didn't have his body camera. The camera he was operating from happened to be Demi Apple's camera. So technically, the deputy himself was violating the law because he's taking witness statements and she's taking witness statements, and both of them are supposed to have body cameras so that nothing gets misconstrued. So, I mean, hey, who knows?
John, nothing's misconstrued. The whole town's gonna have to come together and fight this guy.
Right.
You know,
There is nothing misconstrued about that. Nothing.
Well, I think that the conspiracy that a couple people cooked up with a gentleman out there in YouTube land definitely shows that that's a true. I don't think you could be any truer statement. I mean, we have the receipts on it. You know, then after PayPal took their $250, the $97.50 was deposited into somebody else's account in YouTube land. So clearly there was money that was exchanged, and it was to get rid of 3 people,
yeah,
2
but
of which are on this panel.
But they were sick of our shit. You know, they were sick of our shit. So,
Well, it also begs the question of where the fuck was the sheriff during all this shit, right? Because
he had a conflict of interest.
oh yeah, that's right, conflict of interest. All up until the point where she turned herself in, then the conflict stopped. Am I wrong? I don't know. Maybe it's me.
The conflict never stopped. They never stopped. They haven't stopped up until this point.
Well, I would have to agree with you there, and they're still trying to hide all kinds of stuff. You know, all kinds of things that are going on in this town, and they're still trying to hide it.
Well, I mean, they've gotten away with it pretty well so far, don't you think, John?
Right. Why would they stop now?
I wish I knew.
They don't know how to go straight. They don't know how to do the right thing. They're so corrupt.
If that damn councilman Vern Thorne would just go back to where he came from, then everything would be much better, I think.
Right?
It's all my fault.
Vern.
I know.
It is your fault, Vern.
I was looking at the list of evidence, and I've been fighting them since 2020. Whenever I first called out, it was a $180,000 nutrition grant that they still have not shown where the money went. It went. The last known person with it was Tyra. No record of it going anywhere else, and that's where my part in the story came in.
Right.
Well,
Wow.
it is kind of interesting too, because you know, there was a grant writer who was the engineer of the augmentation pond. So clearly he got paid money to write the grant. The town paid him, but the town is trying to claim that they didn't do it. He was paid through the USDA, and the USDA is going, no. He was paid through the town.
Right.
So, I mean, which one is it? And why is it that if the town paid him, why isn't there a record of it with the town?
Well, it must have went with that check that disappeared. You know, that $155,000 check. It must have went that way.
Must have gone out the door in all those boxes.
Well, every time I request different financials, even to try to figure out what the budget is that they approved, you know, they're saying budget 560 something thousand budgeted for the first of the year. There's no fucking way that's a real number. And every attempt to get financials or statements for what's charged at a meeting, or Linda will slap a paper around in the air. Well, I got it right here. I'll give you a copy. Not letting me see the paper that she's flapping like her gums. And I never get a copy of it. In 11 months, I've been asking. Excuse me?
She didn't have anything, Vern.
I know she doesn't. You know, she got a lot of people that's following behind her, and they're already trying to rig this next election. So it's all bullshit. These people don't want help. They've been offered many times. They've been proven wrong many times. They're still absolutely outright breaking the law on video. And dude, no one gives a shit. The Secretary of State got to be the worst motherfucker in this whole thing, because she could have stepped in a long time ago. But no, they won't do it. You know, so that ain't no fucking way I'd vote for Gina Griswold again. Well, I didn't vote for her last time, but if it come up, I wouldn't do it. She's fucking useless to a government. So is Sursa and Dola. All of them are protecting a fucking government where the people are getting screwed.
Right.
How about this? How about this question? Where's the USDA in all this? Where was the Attorney General in all of this? I mean, there's a lot of entities out here that could have been involved. I mean, even the Department of Justice could have gotten involved at some point. I mean, the shit that was going on here is criminal. So, I mean, where were all these people? And not for nothing, conflict of interest or not, where was the sheriff's department in Los Angeles? Where were they? I mean, even if they claimed that there was a conflict, they could have pushed this out. They could have pushed it up to the FBI. They could have pushed it to the Attorney General. Said, we got an issue here.
Right. They could have said that they felt like it was a conflict.
But what if I told you guys that that's what they did? What if I told you guys that they said we can't do this? We're gonna go ahead and hand this off to another agency. What if they told me that, and what if they didn't do it?
Well, that wouldn't shock me.
I've seen the paperwork. I've seen the paperwork from the sheriff's office that included mostly a lot of my emails that dated back to 2020, where supposedly all of this information was turned into the district attorney's office and it died there. So they're trying to cover that, well, we did our job. We sent it to the district attorney, including the voter fraud and all the other shit that happened before. That there's a whole string of emails that they were supposed to have investigated that made it to Henry Solano, and then they're gone. And this is what they sent back as in answer to Cora requests. So there are documents there to 2020 where that all this happened.
Well, we know, Vern, it's an Aguilar thing. It's an Aguilar thing.
When you control the law enforcement, there's no justice for anyone but the corrupt.
Well, it's funny that you say that, Vern, because, you know, the corrupt tried to turn around and run a guy through the ringer in the court system. And even the judge, who clearly, in my opinion, had her side picked out, had to deem that town clerk in her testimony uncredible. I mean, I don't think the judge didn't really want to say the word perjury. Man, when you turn around and you say that a recording exists 3 days prior to the date that you gave out, I think that you got a credibility issue.
Oh, well, and it wasn't just her. It was also Stephanie on that stand that wasn't credible, which resulted in Tyra having to come in and testify.
Now,
so
Tyra is serving the people now, though, if you want fries.
Right. Hey, Gal, good to see you. Jojo. Let's see. Angie, good to see you. Yeah, that's what I heard. I seen it on the internet at least, so it must be true.
Well, everything on the internet's true, isn't it?
I wish I knew.
Pretty true. Yeah, we got fact checkers if it wasn't, you know. Fact.
Oh, we know our facts.
What's up,
Yeah,
Steph?
we knew. I guess maybe we just know too much. Which
What's
would
up,
probably be a good
Scales?
reason why.
Cammed up
Well, that would go-
caveman.
And
that would probably be a good reason why they were trying to get rid of you guys and the other resident in Aguilar. I mean, you guys knew too much. You know, you were putting it out on the airwaves. You were putting a monkey wrench in the works.
Well, I heard some of these people's name has been on the Epstein files.
could be, yeah.
Really? That high up, huh?
We don't
That
know
would explain why. Well, that would explain why a lot of their criminal backgrounds have disappeared.
Release the list. Exactly. Yeah, because shit's just disappeared, right? Never happened.
Telling you.
Had to have happened. I've seen it on the internet.
What about this plea deal that Tyra's taken? What does everybody think about that? Because frankly, last time I saw, I do believe. Vern, did you go to the last court date? Did you get time to go to the last court date?
No, I missed it, but I thought everyone else was going to be there. I had a bunch of shit come up,
No.
and actually, I believe, yeah,
Burn, you don't get paid to think.
I know.
Well, good news, Bert. You can catch her on the next one in January.
Yeah. So she's got
there's going to be another one in
she's got a plea
January.
agreement. Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
She's got a plea hearing.
Yeah, a plea hearing January 14th, I believe.
Somebody's got to do it.
I wonder if part of the agreement is that she has to name her co-conspirators. Probably no one thought to put
I
that
don't
into
know.
the
At this
agreement.
point, well, no, I think they thought about that. There was 3 of them in that office, and really, it's who speaks up first at this point.
Yeah, well,
Drag shoes on.
I know who's benefiting
What
of
the
it
deal is,
from the three.
We
You know
have
the
some good
deal.
ideas on who's already spoken up. We've already got our ideas on who's spoken up.
Oh, yeah. Wasn't Burn.
Well, you know, out of
I
all
can tell
these
you guys-
investigations, and I've been involved in this since from 2020 until now, not a single investigator asked me anything.
That's not what they do, Vern. They don't ask you stuff, Vern. That's not how an investigation works.
Could it be that they're just reading Facebook?
They go off your comments and talk about whether they're gay or nay. That's pretty much it. That's what we figured out.
Well, I got 486 people on that Facebook page. Maybe one of them works for the CBI.
I think that we have more than one CBI on.
Check your mic there, you people. You keep kind of fading in and out. Mic check 1 2 1 2. You're fading in and out. 1 2 1 2.
So I have a question. Don't you think that because Angela Adams said that she went to CBI that her life is in danger now? No one?
She bought the house that
quite
Tyler
possible.
used to live in, so hey, her life might be in danger.
Oh
Right?
yeah. Oh yeah. People are still talking about it.
It's quite possible, Lori. You know, but at this point, I mean, you would think that they would want to make sure that she's safe and sound and nothing happens to her, because I mean, she is part of what kind of started some of the investigations as well. I
Right.
mean, there was a lot of people that got involved with this and started it out. So
Hey,
Well,
I've got
according to
a
her, according to her, by God, she was going to find out exactly where that money went. And as soon as she said that, I was like, all right, she's going to do it. You know, she's a pit bull. And then every meeting, you guys don't understand how hard this is. Well, you chose to take on that responsibility because you were the best of the best, you know, and she wasn't any better than anybody else.
It's really hard though, Lori, to follow a record when there is no record.
Oh, I
You'd have
understand that.
You
I
would have to
understand.
chase down these trucks that shredded this stuff and glue them back together. there, there really just is not the numbers for her to follow. You
Well,
know,
I get that. I get
and
that.
and
But she better be very careful because I'm sure she took documents out of that building and she's not allowed to do that. She's not allowed to do that. Those documents have to stay inside that building. And that's where those people work from, is that building. They don't
and
get
that
to
was
take stuff and go home with it.
and that was a big argument at one time or two or three times on the council. And I was the one leading the thing on that. And I think GCM and Joshua. Anyway, oops, my bad. There's other people that are on this panel that were at the same meetings whenever we brought up about the remote bullshit from home, and they had the
Right.
documents there, and they had the computers and all this other bullshit that was absolutely illegal to do. But Erlinda swore we got it all back. There's nothing. Well, if we got it all back and there's no access by the past employees and everything's all good and we're in this fucking land of Oz, then how did 15 payments get made on payroll to basically Tyra's account?
Right. And
You
what
know,
happened to the 3 computers? And, you know,
after, you got to remember, Vern, that was after she resigned, correct?
after she resigned, and
right.
I think the claim was that she was in drug rehab and all kinds of dumb shit.
Yeah,
She
but here's the thing,
resigned and
right?
then went on to an FMLA leave, and I don't know the medical reason for the leave, but then I
No,
started hearing
she went out on the FML and then resigned when she came back. See, and here's what gets me. If she was being paid for 3 months after she left, there's only a number of ways that I can think of that she could have done that. One is that she had a back door into the computer system, right? Where
Nothing
even if
changed.
they changed the passwords, that she could get into it. Or the only other option that I can think of, somebody handed her the passwords to access the computers at the town hall.
right.
That's the
Well, and
only
then
two options that I can think of.
Tiger even used the excuse that that's her personal computer and would not turn it back over. But whenever she done her government business on that computer, that made it town property. You know, but except for there's 3 computers gone. How do we know? Did she show a receipt to anyone where she paid for that computer? Because we could show 6 receipts where 3 computers are missing.
Probably
And
sitting in each one of those homes.
well, and the fucked up thing about this, we had 7 computers, and the mayor still has her computer, and then there was 3 others, but they gave the 3 computers out to their choice council people. You know, I refuse to access the government email on my device because I don't want my shit seized in any investigation. I don't want anyone to know what
Right.
Pornhub's things I'm watching. You know, it could be something, you know, it's just my computer's personal and is so I won't use it for government. And so, and I keep telling them, you're not giving me access that you're giving to the others, which, you know, if you give 3 councilmen a computer to access their email, then you owe it to the other 3. So, all part of bullshit. I still don't access the government email, you know, and I'm not going to.
Weren't they supposed to, as of like August, transfer over to the .gov websites?
Yeah, I think we paid a couple of $1,000s to get that done. But it's not done, and I'm not sure if the work's ever going to be done. People have short-term memory here. We're the ones that keep bringing up this stuff from the past that after it comes out of their head, you know, a squirrel run by and they done forgot. You know, even in the same meeting, I've caught Erlinda telling a big fucking lie, questioning it to her, and then she'd lie about the lie. You know, and it's on video. I mean, how fucking stupid that people, council cannot follow one conversation for 10 fucking minutes and not understand that, hey, you just lied, then you lied about the lie with another lie. But
That's what they do. They
Well,
double
and I
and
know-
triple down with their lies, Vern. It's always been that way. They get pushed into a corner and they say, well, we never said that. We never did that. You got them on video, you got them on audio, you got them in writing, and they still deny that they've done anything wrong. Deny,
But it was
deny.
it was just 5 minutes ago that they said it.
Right,
Still
right.
getting paid.
Yeah. Doesn't even matter.
There's so many ways that this is set up that I could point out to them that would appear to be corruption. And part of that would be through your contractors and how you pay them. You know, why
Right.
are our contractors, why can a council not see a statement of what's billed for? Or even in a meeting, I ask if a contractor was being paid to organize this deal on the streetlights here. They admitted to he was doing the work because of a line in the contract that said anything else the town needs, yet she didn't know if he was going to charge or what he was going to charge. I mean, it's like, how the fuck do you not know that? And why would it not go through the council except for one line in the contract that the council took out of the contract, never revoted on the new contract, and they're pushing it off on us like we don't remember fucking yesterday.
What's up, John?
Well, you're the only one that does. Those other people, they don't give 2 shits, Vern. It's you. You care. You point it out. They still look at you like, no, that's not what happened, Vern.
Well, see,
You
a lot
know?
of this information, though, it's not just me. It's the people that are sitting on this panel, the ones that keep going with
Right.
this. I mean,
Right.
it's too much for one person.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It takes a lot of energy, a lot of intestinal fortitude to deal with all the stuff that gets thrown our way. And you guys take it more than I do.
Is that intestinal fortitude the way to say I'm full of shit?
No, it's a way to say that I'm full of shit. Oh my God.
I have trouble understanding those big words.
Right.
Hell, I even have to break down words whenever I say it in the fucking council. You can see the look on their face. So I ain't never heard that word before.
Yeah, right. It was more than 3 syllables.
Yeah, they thought dysfunctional meant that they were doing a fine fucking job.
Right. We have money. That's what that negative means.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I remember them telling us that shit, dude. They're like, oh, this means this means we're in the positive. It's like, no, anytime, you know, even
If it's red, it's not good.
yeah, even when Angela got in there, that's around the time it was, you know. And they're like, no, that means it's good. That means it's good. And she's like, no, that means
Well,
it's
yeah,
gone.
and they have to print in black and white because they don't want anyone to see a red flag.
Right. What a mess.
It's just crazy.
Yeah, Linda says that they're prejudiced. They're afraid of colors.
Well,
And they accuse me of about hating Latinos and Latin people. And I think I'm the only white guy on the council. And it seems like they're sure all lined up against the white guy. Is that not a prejudice?
well, this informed American says, my opinion, they're plotting against BT. That's you, buddy.
Oh, damn.
That's the opinion.
Well, if I ever turn into one of the sheeple, I'll quit. I just can't follow them. You know,
We got to put a GPS tracker on you. If something happens, we would know where to find you.
Yeah, at least for the dig, huh?
Put it in his fortitude and testing.
His intestinal fortitude. I had a colonoscopy a couple months ago. I think I could do the procedure on you, Vern.
Hey, let me get the dictionary out so I keep up with this conversation. You guys are using 4 and 5 syllable words.
Colonoscopy, a look into your future.
Sounds like an asshole doctor to me.
Right.
Ain't that some shit?
Right.
For those that don't know what a colonoscopy is, explain it to us.
It's the search to find the truth.
So you're saying that we should run a tube up everyone's ass there?
I think it should be required. It should be part of a strip search every council meeting. They just got to bend over and take it.
Now, for everyone that takes this as we're being serious, this is jokes.
Yeah, it's all jokes.
Well, you know, it's kind of funny that you talk about jokes because I'm just curious. I mean, don't you think it's kind of a joke to think that you're actually going to make it to a November election in 2026 when you still have yet to get the last financial audit done by Mr. Ray, right?
Yeah, but our elections are in April.
No, either way. You're still going to make it to the first of the year. And right now it ain't looking too good. So,
You know what? But I've been to the meetings that I've been told when they're going to happen that I get to, then it's like I'm supposed to blindly believe that we're going to start the year with a budget of $556 or $65,000 when I know that we don't even have a fourth of that.
Right.
That's where my Maserati comes in. I'm going to budget one for this year, and I guess just cross my fingers.
And a boat, Vern.
Man,
Informed Citizen says Steph got promoted after rumored she took documents from town hall.
hey, but if you guys remember, and I'm sure some of you do, a lot of these budgets, and we went to the council with it. How do you do a line by line budget that comes out exactly to the penny of the actual with make believe numbers? And you actually hit that actually. And they even have on the paper actual numbers. You know how I can't budget to the penny on toothpaste.
Oh, I can, Vern. I can tell you how it's done. You ready? Here's how it's done. So, after you,
Well, they can. They did.
right? You count all your money.
For years we looked at it.
People, you got a mic issue. So Informed American says you should drug test her. Why don't they drug test their employees randomly there?
Well, and they don't do that. And over the years, and right now, I'm not so sure she wouldn't pass one. But
Well, it's fine if she passes one. That's what you kind of want to see when you have a government employee taking a drug test. So why can't she take one? You know what I mean? So,
well,
I mean, usually, like if it's a government employee, yeah, you'd like to see him have a clean test. They do it in all forms of government all across the United States where it's just random. Well, it's kind of not a whole lot of randomness to it other than how many times because, well, nobody else is employed there.
And she's already set precedents with her that she's got issues with
Right.
substance abuse.
Right.
So,
Like
and theft of money and services.
So great for her if she's clean, but why isn't she going to be sent to the lab to make sure?
Right. She should be on a probation period.
I mean, she should be able to like put that on the fucking wall like a plaque and shit after she gets it back,
Well, hey, people have been accusing me of doing drugs here lately, and for a little over 10 years, I've been on pain medication, and at least once every 3 months, and randomly, they'll call me and have me go in and take a drug test to stay on the pain medication. And for over 10 years, I've been clean on every test I've taken. And if you want doing that to me just to get a pain medication, why can't it be done to employees who are in charge of your money?
Right. I agree.
And people, what they're not looking at is the amount of money we're paying a town clerk as a professional. I've seen the paperwork that's been that she assigned, that she did not do that paperwork. She does not understand. Yeah.
So I mean, not to stop you like that, but I'm just wondering too, like, it's kind of a dead horse. I mean, been at it for years, and I know you've advocated for it personally. But at this point, if you only have one person in the office and they're claiming and verifying their own hours and writing their own paychecks, why isn't she at least using the scanner? So it eliminates a little less chance of taking
misappropriation.
Misappropriation.
How about fabricating hours? Just call it what it is.
We used to call it pencil whipping.
What hours you work?
So can we see can we see why that, again, like, why don't they implement something like that? I know you personally have tried in the past, and it's just weird that they want to resist so much on that, right? Like, that's an easy, transparent thing, because then, well, it's biometric. You can look in it, you can verify there. She punched in, she punched out, right? It's it just uses your fingerprint, correct?
Yeah, just some kind of a time clock, his fingerprint would have been good. And the placement of the time clock was supposed to align with the sticky note so that we could tell that person is the one that punched in or out.
Right.
I mean, the security camera.
Yeah, and so now, again, like, it seems now would be like that time to implement that shit. Same with the drug testings, especially since you're looking to hire new people, right? Otherwise, what, you're gonna hire them in and then be like, oh, we can't do that because we didn't do it when we hired them. You know what I mean? So why ain't this shit in place to make the future better? Or is Aguilar just pretty much like, like put its head between its knees and kissed its ass goodbye at this point?
No.
Well, the meeting that they had whenever they promoted the town clerk, there was all kinds of lies that were YouTube was shut off, so the Zoom meeting was shut off, and then the conversation that went on after the executive session till the end of it, Erlinda was there telling all kinds of lies. Well, we could remove her at any time, or we could decrease her pay, and all this bullshit that it's a right to work state. And what kind of short-term fucking memory does people have, and how hard it was and how complicated to remove Tyra from the position. I mean, this isn't just something that make a decision and a council votes on, because the town clerk has rights above the right to work law because she's a government official now.
Yeah, but
You know,
this is why
this
I
whole
say
thing's stupid.
yeah, but this is why I say to you, you should at least make a motion in an open meeting for criminal investigation, not just into what Tyra did, but all the other shit that was going
But
on
yeah,
in that front
twice
office.
that has happened. I have made that motion, and
You
each
gotta keep
time,
making it.
yeah, well, and that one video 4 or 5 meetings ago, I was told just on camera, just before she started the meeting, that she is going to block everything I say. If I have something put on the agenda to bring up, they take me into executive session and threaten me with lawsuits. I mean, and that the history's there. The actual motions that I made, the request for things to be added to the agenda, then the executive sessions that come right behind it as they strike my items from the agenda. And then the town attorney tells her she's got absolute control over the meeting. If she doesn't want anything on the agenda, she does not have to put it on there. Well, you know what? She might run the meeting, but she does not run the agenda. The councilmen are her boss, only they don't have a nut between them. They're fucking weak. They follow.
Is your audio better now? You people, you was not there, man.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on with my computer end.
Yeah, it's a lot better on this one. I'm just saying, because you were not like, I could hear you kind of trying to talk, but there was nothing there.
Oh, damn. Well, I was trying to tell Vern, I know how you get that perfect budget. You
How's
ready?
that? Yep.
Okay. So what you do is when you get in all the money, what you had budgeted, anything that's over that, you just take that and you put that in your own personal account. That's what I hear. That's how you get it perfect every year.
But not to Padre Island, right?
Oh, I don't know where you send it to. All I know is you take that extra money because that wasn't a part of the budget. That's how I figured she got it so spot on. She was never over. There was sometimes that she was under, but I guess that area didn't do so well in the money making aspects of it. But yeah, you just take all that extra money and you just stick that in your account. That's how that works.
Well, I heard that Padre Island isn't an offshore account, for those who don't know that. You know, the federal government can get information from your banking there.
Oh, but it's an island, Vern.
I know, but, you know, hey.
It's offshore, right? If it's an island, it's offshore.
So Informed American says, why the fuck won't they have time clocks and make Stephanie have a daily activity report of what she does each day?
Hey, they blocked the last 2 maintenance men, which keeps her making the $30 an hour because she doesn't have help. And our maintenance now consists of Frank standing outside the maintenance door half the day, acting like he's something there. I mean, the town council is the town employees.
He's finally relevant again in his own mind, huh?
Yes.
He breaks out the lawn chair.
But
no,
you got
breaks
him.
out the lawn
You got
chair,
him.
just sits outside the front door.
But here's the breakdown on that. You got Frank doing that. You've got Bruce running the backhoe. You've got Monica and Monica and Bruce, both involved with the office, who are all under direct control of the mayor. And I keep thinking of the numbers and the thing called the Sunshine Law. How in the fuck does that happen?
Because they make up their own rules.
There you
I
go.
don't have to do what you guys did.
Weren't they trying to remove you, Frank, and Bob, for asking for an emergency meeting at the town hall, claiming that you guys were a quorum, and they're doing the same thing?
Well, that was part of the lawsuit that Tyra won. She got $12,500. And that was part of the lawsuit that I was named in as making it a hostile workplace. And all we did was ask for an emergency meeting. And she got mad that she was on vacation at the time, which turned out she was working from home, and she didn't get charged the 8 days vacation time, which they paid her at the end.
Well, if I remember correctly, she paid herself for having to work from home that week, along with her vacation pay.
Yes.
Right. Right. She was working on her vacation.
Yeah, there's so many ways to steal money, and the whole thing comes down to oversight. And that's what they're blocking now. Erlinda will have no oversight of her actions. And Stephanie, even on this thing with the Thanksgiving dinner, when they tried to pull the fucking community center from me, Stephanie says 2 members of the American Legion come in and told them that I was no longer a member and I had no right to use the American Legion name. Well, then they come back at me and didn't want me to use it, and then they wanted to charge me $100. And whenever I asked them who were the 2 people, Stephanie says, well, that's confidential. Now, how in the fuck is that confidential from a councilman whenever they had nuts enough to go in and make that complaint and tell me who the fuck did it? Because I had the commander call them and tell them it was a lie.
You know what we say about that? You know the rest.
Yep.
Yeah. Can't put too much. We get that copyright strike, but
Gives me a minute to calm down.
Won't do what you tell me.
Well, I'm just curious because she said that 2 people from the American Legion went in to the town hall, right?
Yes.
Well, if the security cameras are working again, why wouldn't you be able to request the security footage to see which members that came in?
Well, I actually found out it was Frank.
Frank goes in there, tells you or tells them that you're no longer a part of the American Legion. Easy way to handle this is, are you still a part of the American Legion?
Got the card in my pocket.
Okay, so that's the easy way to fucking handle that one. And the fact that 2 people came in and said that you're not a part of the Legion just so that way you couldn't use the fucking the community center.
Yeah, well, and they pulled it on. They called Linda. They didn't even try calling me. They called Linda and told her that on Thursday, and the town hall's going to be closed all next week.
You
So
know what's funny? 2 men entered, only 1 left.
yeah, well, they tried to pull it to where that I wouldn't catch it in time or be able to fix it, so that the Thanksgiving dinner would not happen, which it's going to happen. And then people,
you said town hall's closed all next week?
Yeah.
Why?
Are they being paid?
Hey, well, yeah, they'll get their vacation pay, holiday pay.
Why are they?
No. The holiday's on a Thursday. It's not Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, then Thursday and Friday.
Yeah, well,
It's only 1 day. How the hell are you closing an entire town hall for a week?
we're in our own time zone.
There's only 1 person working it, and they need a vacation. They've been working really hard, John.
Yeah.
Well, that's back to where I was saying earlier. You know, all this paperwork and all these grants and all this bullshit that's supposed to be written by the town clerk that is justifying the money that she's making as such an excellent town clerk. That paperwork is being done and charged for by another company. Let's say their initials are Diamond T. You know, so we're paying one guy $65 an hour, another woman with her overtime $45 an hour for her to take credit for work that she's not doing. Only they're hiding the contractor part to it. they're trying to make it think that, you know what, this girl's on the ball. She's doing all this. She's a great financial wizard and saving the town, but there's no oversight. And that to me is bullshit. They even had people going around. I organized this dinner to be the businesses in Aguilar who actually donated the money to hold this event. They had people going around to the businesses asking how much they donated and wanted me to justify how much money I was spending and where on this dinner, insinuating that I was stealing their money. Now, you got to be fucking kidding me. Anyone who wants their money back is welcome to it. I don't give a shit. But the thing I did to protect myself was I didn't ask them for donations for the dinner. I asked them to sponsor the dinner, and for this donation, we'll put your name on the flyer. And that's what they got. They got their name on the flyer. And I'm not justifying a fucking penny to them. But it was expensive. It was $762 to get the food for this thing, which includes 3 gift boxes with turkey dinner. And we've got a MC coming in that hasn't been announced. And we have other gift cards and things that people donated as giveaway presents, but not a lot of money put cash into it. And someone else on this board put money into it. But it's not a thing where even if I tried stealing the money after the dinner, it couldn't be more than $50. And if you want to start a federal investigation over $50, do it.
I heard Adam donated. He was one of the big sponsors, but you forgot to put his name up there.
Oh, fuck. He could have all of his money back in triple.
What do you mean? His money's just as good as anybody else's.
Well, you know,
he
I've
got fired and then got 12.5 for getting fired.
Well, I've turned down money from people who have offered to donate because the only ones I took money from are people that trusted me spending the money for where it's going. No one else I took money from. So the people that are bitching about the money are the people that don't have a fucking nickel in it.
Well, and it seems to be the people that are involved in, supposedly stealing money of their own. So it's kind of weird how they're trying so hard to get you on stealing money. Maybe they're trying to get you on stealing money because maybe they're going to try and pass it off that you were the ringleader in all this and they were just listening to you, Vern. It was all paid for by Vern. That's why they stole all the money.
Yeah, well, the same offer stands true. Anyone who actually put money in it, if even after the dinner they want their money back, I will gladly give them their money. And what could I possibly steal? Enough money to take a few people down to Arby's for some fries? There's just, know how hard it.
Got to leave a tip if you see the maggot.
Even the way that the people donate here, the only thing I got from people are small donations. No one paid a fortune. No one gave everything to it. And that's hard to do in this town, except for I did what hasn't happened here for fucking years. I pulled every business and a few individuals into supporting one good deed. Right. That's not happened here before. It's a good thing. And the people that did donate, the ones who did put money into it, I'm not telling who all they are, but they have no problem with this.
Thanks, Adam.
I have a problem with this.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Yeah. I want a turkey box.
Hey, we could rig the raffle.
Right. Yeah. That's how I won that big 10-inch
and that's my point, Gail, is it's not so much affecting Vern, it's affecting everybody else. So there's a lot of people that go to that dinner because they don't have family to go and have dinner with, so they go and they have dinner with their neighbors, their
And
friends.
last year we had like 126 people that came and ate Thanksgiving dinner with us. And
I
last
gotta
year
say,
it cost
I got,
$628 for that.
well, I got to say, last year's turnout was pretty nice, and it was it was nice to see everybody there and talking and being nice to each other and whatnot and so forth. Again, it doesn't just affect Vern. Like, I don't understand what the point is on why you're trying to hurt Vern, because in the end, you're hurting a whole lot more people. You're hurting at least 150 people that go and eat those dinners.
You get more than a paper thin cut of ham or turkey. You load your plate up, and if you're still hungry, you could come and get seconds on it. And it's not just turkey, man. If you see the menu, it's a complete feast for Thanksgiving.
Here's the thing, right? And this is the same attitude that got this town in the situation it's in, and how bad off it is it's the we don't mind because you don't matter attitude. They don't give a shit. They don't care that they're pissing all over the people that are willing, that want to come out and have that meal on Thanksgiving and be able to sit down with people and have a conversation. They don't care about that. It's the same attitude that got them where they're at right now.
Called
And they don't
suppression.
give a fuck.
Well, even with the town hall closed, and this is a shitty part. I requested, or the commander of the American Legion, the current one, requested that we get the key to the community center early because whoever it was took all the tables from the community center, over half of them, and took them down to the basement. Now, here's a bunch of people. We're in our 70s. All the fucking tables are down there. They won't let us have the key until Wednesday morning. And it's going to take half a goddamn day to carry the tables back upstairs that they took down to the basement. And to me, it's on purpose. Just add more shit to us.
Right. I
They
agree.
could have gave us a key Monday, but so anyone listening who wants to show up at the community center Wednesday and carry tables back upstairs, because they're these big, heavy fucking oak tables. So why did you take them down there? It's like anything that they could do to stop this, they have tried. And like you were saying, it's not. If you think it's against me, you're not only hurting me. This is the 4th year that I've been involved in it, but never have I done this as an event that me and Linda has done. We've always had someone sponsor it: the American Legion, the Auxiliary, Mercantile, Ace Hardware. There's always been a sponsor to it. We've not taken credit for any of it. So I guess I don't understand that concept that sometimes, charity, you don't have to be named in it, except
It's
for
not
the
about
bad
the
ones.
bragging
Well, I
rights.
mean,
It's about doing the right thing in your
Well, hold
heart and
on.
doing right for the community. And
Well,
you
maybe
don't
it is
want
about the
that
bragging rights.
accolade. Well,
Well, maybe it is
you
about the
know,
bragging rights. Hold on a second. Let's think about this.
well,
Because
yeah, because
maybe it's
nobody else
because
is
Vern.
doing 168 people or whatever. You're right. It
Well,
is about the bragging
no.
rights.
No, it's because Vern didn't put him on the flyer.
Right. There you go.
But I'm
He
not
didn't
on
put
the
the
flyer.
town of Aguilar on the flyer, and they got butthurt because, it's their community center. And if you're not going to mention them, then you're not having it at their community center.
If Stephanie and her family show up at that event,
Oh no, I've never had anyone from the council, the mayor, there was a couple of town employees that have came in the past, but none of the rest of them.
yeah. Hold on. I'll be right back, guys.
Okay, now we can talk about her until she says she's back.
So they
I
say,
don't know, Vern.
I wish
That
I
tells
wish
me
you just
it tells
fixed
me
the
that you guys
road.
paid the ransom money.
in order to get the keys. So that tells me that you paid the $100 ransom. I mean,
Yeah, well, I wasn't going to pay the ransom, and it took us all day to get the shit figured out. And Stephanie finally, I was sitting there. She was on the commander called her, and she was on speakerphone, and she finally says, "Well, I can't get a hold of my superiors, so I'll go ahead and take your word for it." And I didn't say anything, but I was sitting there listening to her, thinking, "How fucking stupid." It's a community event. It's open to the community, the very people that own that fucking community center, and you're trying to withhold it.
well, it's not surprising.
Well, and whenever they came up with $100, it was Stephanie's idea that, who's not part of the fucking council, but it's her idea that the town has to pay for the water and the electric that's used during the events and the toilet paper. You got to be fucking kidding me. This building was built and given to the town for the people. It is the people's building, and they got the nerve to fucking charge for a community event.
Yeah.
And I could understand if somebody was having a wedding party or something, being charged a small fee to cover the use of the building because it's a private event, and $100, that's a fair payment for the size of the building and the kitchen being in there and the bathrooms. That would be fair. That's individual use. But for community use, like getting money for the fire department or events for someone that's had a catastrophe and they're trying to raise money for them, those are community events. Maybe a death in a family and you're wanting to all meet there. That's a community thing. That's not something that a town should be charging for. They get enough off their fucking water bill that they're going to transfer to the general fund anyway.
Well, and that building sits empty 90% of the time anyways. So, I mean, you would figure they would at least donate it for the day for Thanksgiving for the townspeople to be able to go and eat, when a good majority of them probably wouldn't get the meal that you're serving. Because again, last year I was stuffed. My plate was so full, I could barely even finish it. So, I mean, all they're doing is hurting the townspeople that can't afford to either make a meal like that, be with family, stuff like that. Like, they're only hurting the townspeople. So I don't get it.
And it's not processed bullshit. It's home cooked food that is good, and it's balanced. We got from the menu that you seen. We've added Brussels sprouts and baked beans because of the ham and people wanting something different. It's traditional Southern Thanksgiving dinner with turkey, ham, dressing, mashed potatoes, gravy, green bean casserole, fruit salad, carrot raisin salad, corn, Brussels sprouts, baked beans, dinner rolls, and then a whole table full of desserts. Fucking long ass table. And that's donated by a lady, and she's done this every year. So we have nothing to do with the desserts. But if you look at that table, dessert table has almost as much stuff on it as the dinner table. You cannot walk out of there. And we even sent boxes of food with people to take home at the end of it. And people that were homebound, we took dinners to them. All they had to do is call and ask.
That kind of raises the next question. If you're getting the turnout of 120 some odd people to show up for the meal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where's the outrage with those people? Where are they going to the town and the mayor and going, why is this happening? What are you doing? You're making us look even more stupid than we already look by trying to prevent this thing from going on. It's a community event. Why are we here? What is wrong with you people?
And it really hasn't got out that how hard they tried to stop this one. So a lot of people here don't know of the bullshit. And if they would have stopped it, I don't know if those people would have bitched or not. And if they did bitch, all the arguments would have came to me. You know, it would have been my fault.
Right? Because you didn't cook everybody dinner, Vern. What the fuck?
People don't know the amount of time that we put into this every year. You know, I've already got 50 hours into it easy. And we haven't even got to the setting up the town hall or the cooking. I did buy the food. I've got it here at the house now. And it's a little over $760 in food. But that's going to include 3 gift baskets that are about $50 a piece. So
I don't mean to interrupt you, Vern, but I want to answer Scale's question up top.
Okay.
Our information is that it costs 60 grand, and what you see is what you got.
60 grand. That I collected 60?
No, on the roads.
Yeah,
On the roads.
He said, "What happened to the gravel, Vern?"
Got it. Oh, hey, that's a big story. With the guy brought the gravel in for the first load, and they only wanted to pay him for 10 tons, and he delivered 24, and so he's refusing to bring any more.
You know, that also raises another question, Vern, because I understand that the tractor that replaced the one that reportedly and allegedly went into the augmentation ponds
Shit on.
is like a little $5,000, $6,000 John Deere type tractor. Am I
It's
wrong
an
on that?
$18,000 yard tractor that you could probably buy for around $5,000-6,000.
So they tripled the price of the vehicle.
Well, they collected $22,000 on the tractor that went into the ship pond that was valued around $3,000. Somehow they turned $3,000 into $22,000. Then they spent $18,000 on a $5,000 tractor.
And they wonder why they're in financial problems. The math ain't mathing.
I'm still bitching about how in the fuck did you get $22,000 for a $5,000 trailer tops? And well, that was just the insurance company, and CIRSA is the one who determined what it was worth. Well, no, that's not the way it fucking works. You know, as you only say that at tops, the tractor, they would only pay out the value of the tractor. And it was $5,000 with that and the brush hog when we bought it 10, 20 years ago. Now,
Yeah,
this tractor was, they should have stopped at that.
Yeah, but that also raises another question, because the claim was filed, I think, over 3 years after the original tractor went missing.
Yes.
So if the tractor went missing, usually they have like a statute of limitations to file an insurance claim, and it's usually within like a 2-year frame.
Yes.
So how is it that they got to file an insurance claim on a tractor that was lost 3 years prior to them filing the claim? And why didn't they file it back when they lost it?
When you might have been able to be seen. You know, as they said that they haven't even found the tractor. They said it slid down into the sludge. Well, you know, it's then run a big fucking fishing magnet over there. See if you hit anything metallic down there.
Yeah,
you know,
rocket science for sure. So to answer Scales' question, how did the leak on West Ave fix itself? Scales, the water's good. It's
okay. That was done in private phone calls behind everyone's back. Stephanie called around to each of the councilmen, and they already had a contracting company come up, and they were scared. They called us on Monday, and my thing is I don't want to answer you until tomorrow. I want to check into this. And I was told that They had to have the answer by Tuesday because the workers are scheduled to start on Thursday. But this leak had been going on for 3 weeks. We had had 2 meetings before this. So why in the fuck wasn't it brought up in the meeting and the council make the decision in public, especially
wasn't it
whenever
put
it
out to
costs
bid?
14,000?
Why wasn't it put out to bid?
Exactly. And I can't, I'm not able to give you an answer because I'm in the same seat that you're in. I don't get the information unless I Cora request it. I have requested in open meetings, told I'm going to get it and never receive it. It's all fucking lies. Everything you fucking hear from the mayor and the council is 80% guaranteed going to be a fucking lie.
Well, and he's telling you that nobody came and did anything.
Oh, and it mysteriously fixed itself? On I did. It was Baca and West
Water
Street.
is good.
Oh
It
yeah,
is fucking good. Like you
yeah.
guys don't understand how good the water is. I'm just
Hey,
saying.
I got 2 new reports on that, the most current ones, and I'll post them after Thanksgiving. But guaranteed, water is not good. Even the meeting, whenever the parasites were found in it, basically shit water found in our drinking water. And they said, well, that was a false reading. And I argued, well, let me see the letter. And again, Erlinda flaps it up in the air. Here it is. It says that was a false reading. Wouldn't let me look at the letter. Said I would get a copy of it, and I've never got it. So, and whenever I checked with the CDPHE, then there is no such letter. So that
Well,
reading that they got
there's a
with this.
shocker.
Sorry.
I said, there's a shocker. A man that
Oh,
lies
got you.
continuously.
Yeah, it's one lie after the other. And after 5 fucking years, and I know it's got to be 3 for you guys now, over 3. It's fucking lie after lie, and it keeps getting exposed, and nothing is being done. Not a fucking thing. And even doubling our water bill, which I thought was fair. We hadn't raised the rates in a long time. So, okay, it's time. But the understanding of raising the rate that high was to replace these lines and put a filtration system on these pumps and to better service the community. But with the money they're getting from there, they're throwing into the general fucking account and using it. At the one point, they were planning a playground that was already fucking outdated. It's
So,
ignorant.
in other words, what you're telling me is they're commingling money again,
Absolutely.
right? Money
Yes.
that's supposed to be put aside for the water issue, that's commingling into the other crap in order to keep. What they're doing is they're robbing Peter to pay Paul. That's it.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing.
Kind of like a Ponzi scheme.
Yeah.
This isn't a rocket scientist thing. I know that you need more than a high school education to follow a lot of this. And really, you do need an education to follow some of this and life experience to see what the outcome of the bullshit you're being fed today of where it's going to go. But they've got that benefit of educated people pointing this stuff out. Only they believe the lie.
Right?
And I'm thinking everyone on this board's got some kind of education. We question one of y'all, but I'm not going to point it out. But, there's enough education here that's experienced in this that's pointing these very things out.
I don't think that they really care, Vern.
But I'm not an attorney.
They're collecting money. And I hate to say this, and again, I don't think that you guys are going to make April elections. I'd be surprised if it happens. To be honest with you, and at the end of the day, I just don't see how they can make up for this stuff. I don't see how they can make up for all the money that's gone.
They got a
Well, they're trying
professional
to.
accountant telling them it's not going to happen.
My question, hold on, question. So there was one big thing looming, and I read it. I read something that it's been settled, but then I've got other things saying that it's not settled. So what's the deal with Siete? Is that all done?
I'm in the same place as you, brother. They tell me that they're paid. Everything's on schedule. They're supposed to start working last December, and I don't know if it's paid. I've been told the gas bill Walsenburg's paid. I got doubts on that. You know, it's all in the wording, and Erlinda uses these little phrases that make it sound like something's done, but she's just blowing smoke up your ass and covering herself.
I do believe it was the World Journal that reported that they had paid off Siete and the lawsuits for Siete are no longer good. But I have sources telling me that those lawsuits are still in place for February.
Yes, and there are still, and I kind of think I know the situation you're talking about, and she did talk to both sides, and they have settled some issues, but it is not completely settled. And the paper that you're talking about, she reported what she was told. She didn't put any personalization into it. She reported the information she got.
That's not what I'm saying, Vern. What I'm saying is what was reported is that it was settled, completely done, settled, and that's what I read is that they are completely done. It's settled. But who is that?
I've got somebody trying to call me. Hang on, they'll hang up.
You people, what was the name of the guy that owns Siete again?
I forget.
He came in, raised all that hell, said we owed him $750,000.
His name is Baxter.
Yeah, Baxter. Hold on a second. Let me.
That's named Kirkland, I believe. Baxter
Kirkland.
And
Baxter Kirkland.
Well, you know, one of the biggest complaints they had was our engineer, who every lawsuit we got is due to a mistake our engineer made, basically. And I can't remember the name of the engineer offhand.
Well, SMG.
Okay, I'm lying. That's Ken Torres.
SMG, they got paid though, so they're done, right? Like we can verify pretty much. I think we verified. SMG got their cut and they're out of there as far as money owed. But yeah, as far as most of the lawsuits, including Baxter, named Ken Torres. So yeah.
Yeah, but all that's not settled.
Finances.
Where there's smoke, there's fire.
Oh, who's that guy?
Period. And I would love the administration to tell me I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
To tell the community we're wrong.
You're all wrong.
Show us where the money's going. Show us why the audits are taking so long.
13 Investigates asked the mayor if there are any financial concerns with the town. He says there aren't.
Mr. Bogino, this is Siete Construction. We have a vote with the trustees before you go into executive session. Please. I'm sorry. Siete Construction, we would like to speak publicly to the trustees before you go into executive session. Is that possible? Is it allowed to get it?
Possible. Yes, please. I want to hear it. It's kind of important. It pertains to it, I think. That would be important to hear for.
Pertains to what? You owe me $700,000. It's pretty simple.
Oh, my goodness. I'd like to hear what he has to say. We'd all like to hear what he has to say, but you, Vernon? Well, we know he hasn't been paid. $700,000 is a lot of money.
Just cause commotion like turning that out. We just want the trustees to know where we stand, what's gonna take place on Monday.
Oh,
I hear now. Sir, could you please stand and let us know?
We'd like to know.
I gotta ask if I.
I don't know why we're going into executive session under this anyway. I believe it, transparency needs to be happening anyway on all of this.
Considering the past, I think transparency is good. Sunshine on everything. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Is there another attorney on here?
No, he's gone.
That's an attorney, isn't it? He's your attorney, right? Right, right. I'm Baxter Kirk, president. Yes.
Thank you, sir.
And
So-
you're the contractor?
That's correct.
Okay.
You didn't know that? See, I think you owe $700,000 for months?
I've been on for 3 weeks.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're new. Well, guess what? So unfortunately, we're sympathetic with your issues. We kind of followed along with some of the things. I don't know what's fact, fiction, or what. However, we entered into a contract late with you guys, had trouble getting this under contract, pushed us into the winter. We experienced additional expenses. We never asked for those additional expenses. We ended up doing half again more earthwork than we were supposed to do. We delivered the project on a weekly basis. Your water attorney weekly stressed the requirement that you guys were able to take on water. We finished the project. It's my understanding your engineering firm quit the last week of construction, or what, I don't know exactly what you call quit or resigned. So for that, I don't know what the trustees know. Mr. McDaniels has been in direct correspondent with my counsel. We had a budget meeting day before yesterday in my office. Our year end is coming up. We've budgeted a large amount of money. We are going to sue the Town of Aguilar, SGM, Tyra, Ken Torres, and that's going to happen Monday afternoon. So we've given everybody every opportunity to get us paid. This is a significant amount of money. And a lot of this work was done in February. And here it is late July and I've not been paid. My patients are running thin. I've kind of looked the other way here, but I'm at the end. We're going to have to take.
I didn't hear your name.
I'm Baxter Kirkland. Yeah, my father built the sewage plant with the plaque on the wall, and I painted the damn building when I was a little kid. I am, a pretty close community here. And I'm very upset that I'm being treated this way.
We are too.
Well, meanwhile, you got attorneys and consultants that get paid to sit here and drag this out. I don't know about the money situation. I don't know why you can't pay us. Well, my understanding is you're under federal investigation now, is what our understanding is. So we just want to bring it to your attention. That's what's going to happen. And unfortunately, the 700 is going to be a lot bigger number when this is over. So.
Which numbers?
700.
Well, you owe us 700 and some thousand right now. By the time we go through the courts, you might as well just double it. You're going to lose. You're under contract.
Okay, so I'm looking at the WE statement. So on May 3rd, I see a payment going out of $682,000 to CFA. Did you receive that?
I don't know. Probably, if it says it went out. You owe us, in addition to that, you owe us $700,000. Yeah, that's another thing. You guys budgeted $6 million for this project. I built it for $3,018,000.
Whoops.
You have a grant and a loan for $6 million, and I built it for $3,018,000 bucks.
And then there's 3 million left on
So that's an
Look
upset.
at Vern,
And
look
then
at
I see
Vern.
another payment going out of $758,000 on April 10th.
Probably, but you're only paid up to about 2 million and something. You owe
I'm
$700,000.
just trying to confirm that you received.
Well, I wouldn't know that month-to-month payments, ma'am. I have lots of projects. I know where you stand right now. You owe us $700,000.
Your attorney has agreed that you owed it? We have it on record from your attorney in writing. We have it on record from the engineering firm that we, well, I'm sorry you've only been here 3 weeks. We have from your counsel, from your engineer that we completed the job, accolades that we did a great job, and that you owe the money, but I haven't been paid.
No, well, I mean, obviously, if we owe you money, we owe you money. I'm just trying to, like I said, get.
Well, maybe you can get that, maybe you can get that in executive session. Thank you, y'all.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Sorry, guys. $1 million. Hey, Vern. Hey, Vern.
You do pose a decent question, because this probably wouldn't be in the civil court. I would think this would go to the water court, wouldn't it? It's a water issue.
Well, I would think it'd go to a federal court since USDA grant.
Hey,
Vern.
Well, I don't know, because the money's owed to him.
You got a dollar, bub?
Hey, I'm making a contribution to the water supply.
Hey, listen. He may not have a dollar. He might have 1,800. You never know.
Dollars everywhere in that town.
I sat there and that meeting was the first time I knew about the 165,000, and I knew that it hadn't got to them yet. The $760,000, and I had never heard of Baxter Kirkland until that meeting. But that's how part of the confusion. There's no oversight. You can't, even as a councilman, you cannot get that information out of them. Or Linda is a master at covering up. She does it better than glazing a donut.
No. See, you're missing the point. They told you. It was Siete. You don't need to know that it was Baxter Kirkland. You don't need to know that. It was just Siete. It's a need to know basis, Vern.
And at the time, I didn't need to know, even though I pushed for more oversight almost 2 years earlier. And it was a constant fight. And I even got the vote of the council to add more oversight to it. Then at the very next meeting, they said that I made the motion improperly, and it voided out the vote that added oversight to this. And that was before they started. You know, and I keep telling people, you keep telling people, this is the actual way it went. There's videos, there's recordings of actually what happened each step of the way. Yet we are the villains, and the villains are the ones who seem to be snubbing everyone and actually even winning court cases for people like me, making this a hostile work environment. Well, just show me where the fucking money is. You know, if you want me in that seat and be responsible for the money of the people, tell me where the fucking money is.
Well, there's expenses, Vern. So you've got the hitman expenses that comes out of that one fund. There's the hitman expenses, and then there's the line the pockets expenses that goes to like the prosecutors and the DAs and the judges.
Don't forget the beamer.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's a $36 expense in there anywhere. I know some of us caught that, but this is ridiculous. This is the ignorance that I keep talking about.
Hey, Vern, can we borrow $1,100? We need to get some information from the town of Aguilar.
Let me contact Tyra and find out how.
Yeah, she does money management. I heard it's like $20 a minute or something she charges. So talk
on that damn Facebook thing. Yeah.
Talk fast, real fast.
Man. You know, as of the last meeting that I was in with them, My complaint was that I'm not getting financials, even though we were talking about the budgets, which I'm told that financials have nothing to do with the budget. And I disagree with that. But I was refused financials again because it has nothing to do with your budget. Well, how am I going to make a budget if I don't know what's coming in? I don't know what we have, and I don't know what's going out.
So
You know?
let me ask you this, Vern.
Well, hold on. Hold on. It's not Vern's job to do a budget. That's not his job. That's Stephanie's job. Don't worry about it. She's got it. But go
It's
ahead,
my
John.
job to approve it, though.
Go ahead, John.
Well, I would think that they have to have something. I mean, some kind of financial report that you can look at, which shows you how much money is being spent in the budget. Those are financials, aren't they? They give you numbers, how much money is supposed to be spent, how much money was actually spent.
we get
actual figures.
What we get is the actual figures we get is the checks that they have already wrote and sent out, and a handwritten note at the bottom saying we started with 250,000. We now have 146,000, and this is what we spent and to who. That is not financials. There should be a breakdown of each account that we have, not just one commingled account, because that 146,000 they claim that they have, well, how much of it's in the water account? How much is in the gas account? How much do we have from the road department? How much do we have from taxes? What are we allowed to spend this on?
With a $500,000 budget and 100,000 of that going to Stephanie to run the joint, and then how much of that goes to Ken Torres? Boy, we got some because he's 65 an hour, right? So we got some people that were paying big bucks.
And don't forget Diamond T, because they're involved in there too.
Yeah, Diamond T also.
Diamond T in that.
Yeah, so this is, and I can understand how no one could put these numbers together, because if you don't have proper paperwork, a good, strong accounting system, and no oversight on the bullshit that you're trying to push off as financials, then that's how we get to where we are today.
Savage Broadcasting wants to know, and being on the council, why can't you see this?
Why can't I see what? Oh, okay, I got it. Yeah. Well, it's because the mayor is refusing to show them to me, and the nutless council will not help me in the argument, and then the Secretary of State will not oversee what's going on in a statutory town. The Attorney General will look the other way. The district attorney, when he gets information of the wrongdoing, will bury the file. The sheriff's department will not investigate because of a conflict of interest, because of an internal government, an IGA, internal governmental agreement for law enforcement out here. So the council and the government here is above the law. There's no oversight.
See, Savage, so it's normal.
And Vern,
it's normal.
Vern and I heard that directly from the horse's mouth too, right? Like,
yes.
They were not going to do anything lawfully to them. Like,
yes.
Vern, I, and Linda most definitely heard that directly from the horse's mouth.
And recorded it.
And it was most definitely said that they weren't going to do shit to these people.
So it's not like people aren't trying. And one person on the council it's one vote against 5 others. So 1 out of 6 it doesn't get anything done. And as long as they keep doing that, nothing will ever change.
Savage Broadcasting, your decision is already made when you sit down and you get your packet. Yeah. It's already made.
Yeah, by the other councilman. I'm not included in the behind the scenes conversations. I have to put in a Cora request for current information that a lot of times I have to personally pay for as a council member.
Yeah. That's why I needed $1,100. Yeah. So it's funny. I mean, how they continue to just act like their shit don't stink, man. it's funny to me. I'm laughing because that's pretty much what I had hoped they would do at this point, you know.
But you have the right to laugh. You've been here through this.
Yeah. Well, and I know how long the other end of the government takes to do things. So I know of a lot of investigations that I can't mention, you know, like I know a lot, and I just laugh because they think they're untouchable. And I mean, we sit up here for the last hour and a half kind of joking around about it, but I mean, this is serious shit. They're committing crimes and they think they're going to get away with it. Like they're that dense. You fucked around with the wrong people this time because they're not going to get away with it. I mean,
you know what really is scary though? I mean, if you come right down to it, what's scary is these people were drinking this filthy fucking water and they've been drinking it. And all of a sudden, all these people in the town are getting sick, right? All these people are getting cancer. They're getting all kinds of issues. They're health issues, right? And that's not a major concern. That, to me, tells me exactly where these people in this town stand. That tells me that they don't care enough for a human life. They are willing to trade your life for a goddamn dollar. And
For a playground. They'll trade your life for playground equipment.
yeah, because realistically, the filter system needed wouldn't be that expensive. We're not talking a multi-million-dollar project here. Even maintenance on it is relatively cheap, depending. I mean, there's multiple types of systems, obviously, but a minimal system that's going to remove most of the contaminants a lot better than it is wouldn't be that expensive, and likely what they was going to end up spending on that park in the middle of the lake over there.
Hey, everyone just heard the man say, we got $6.8 million. He spent 3.1. You know,
well, some of us don't do math good, Vern. That means that we have no money left.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Well, I forgot about the outside expenses.
Right. And there's fees and, you know, distribution costs and stuff. So, yeah. Fees.
And why would USDA money go to Tyra in the first fucking place?
Well, and you know, we got that video. It was funny because we knew she was going to do this. Like, we knew it because we heard the story about the last mayor that did it, right? So we're like, all right, we know there's a good chance this dumb bitch is going to do just that. And so you people called her up and had a conversation with her on the phone. And she cried, of course. You people, he loves to make her cry, I guess. But she's a victim. She said, you know, there's no possible way that what happened could have happened. She ensured you people that could never happen. There's no possible way. And then here now she's guilty, you know. She's guilty. She'll be found guilty. She's going to either take a plea deal that says she's guilty or she's going to be found guilty. And then what? You know, it's just funny.
But the investigation, you know, it seems like it was centered on one person, and there were 3 people in that office. And even though they keep telling us that there's an investigation going on that includes all of this, then why did we hire an investigator to go after one of the other people involved separate?
Well, and here's the thing too that nobody thinks about. Everybody thinks the CBI. Well, there's a whole bowl of alphabet soup out there. And when you do stupid shit for so long, such as these people have done, you end up with the whole alphabet soup. So I just think it's fucking great because all the information that they don't want to give us is just like, oh, it's information. Who cares?
We can't even get
that alphabet soup has access to is unlimited.
We can't even get the SPCA out here, to protect the animals. So the alphabet soup means nothing if you can't get them into the mix. I guess this is 5 years of frustration, and I can't see the comment section because of using my phone here, but anyone should be able to follow. Just tonight's show brought out a lot of exactly what has happened.
So here's what this comment says. I don't know the last time you drove down the road to the park in Aguilar, but you probably got a gun pulled out from a random person in the middle of the street if you took a wrong turn. Pretty much sums it up.
Yep.
Pretty much.
And that has happened. The people know all this. That's what keeps fucking going through my head. I'm not from this town. Been here for 10 years. Been fighting for over 5.
Even
because,
like, hey, Vern, even like fucking Mary Gresham, some old lady and shit, fucking some old woman and shit, rolling up on you people and Robert all tough. Like, you just never know where it'll even come from, man. It's funny as fuck.
I had a woman sitting out in my driveway texting me, telling me to come outside so that she could show me who she is and what she's done for this town. My own fucking driveway. Yet that's okay. A council member can be threatened at home with physical violence, yet that's okay. As long as you don't cross the coca line barrier.
As long as it's just you, Vern, it's all good. Don't you know? That's the new ordinance. You weren't there for that vote.
I can punch you in the mouth for $37. What? I got it too.
Fuck, I'd hope for at least 38. I am on the council. Fuck.
I don't know, man.
Hey, I've got text in writing, and I got a voice recording of a convicted pedophile telling me he's going to rape me in front of my wife. The sheriff's deputy would not even come out here and pick up the recordings. So yeah, is shit funny going on around here? I think that an armed pedophile making these threats would be at least a concern. But they don't investigate anything on the council people here because of an IGA. So I'm open. I'm fair game.
Mayor. That's what they've told us. Talk to the mayor, Vern.
Yeah, right. This is beyond crazy. Nowhere in the world I would think that this would have been possible until I lived through it.
You guys need some police there? I can send some police over there.
On or off. Yeah.
I got this guy over here, Bill C. Vanelli. Bill C. Vanelli. I can talk to him. See if
I think I've seen reports on him.
Yeah, he's always up to take on some new territories.
Yeah. And didn't we send our marshal there?
No. Well, he'll have Aguilar up to like a good 27-man crew in like no time.
Gonna generate revenue. get all the speeders.
Right?
Don't worry, he'll just need a $900,000 budget to start out with.
And here's the thing, though, Vern. He does animal control and code enforcement as well. So he's like the all-in-one solution for you.
For the same 900,000.
Hold on, Vern. Hold on. For your own issues that you're having with these old ladies trying to beat you up. What you do there is you can hire his private security company, Bill Stefanelli's private security company, who will take care of you. See what I'm saying? Keep you safe.
For what cost?
No, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
But don't we have a constitution?
He's the police chief of Walsenburg, and we don't worry about that. So.
But don't we have a constitution that we're supposed to go by?
Vern, we're within budget. That's what. So
The makeup budget.
You already got the budget kicking. You might as well. I'm just saying. I know people, Vern. If you need some police out there to get some money revenue coming in, get the code enforcement, the animal control. I mean, you're talking about the ASPCA and shit. I mean, we can do this. We got. Scales, Aguilar does have an inspector, Ken Torres. He's your do-all guy for $65 an hour, and other things. So
and other things.
Yeah.
Well, he does have a backhoe and a lot of land.
Hey, Vern, you know what else is good about bringing in the chief, Vanilli?
What's that?
What's great with him, what comes with him is you get to reunite an old friendship with good old Colin.
Oh man.
Right.
I can't wait.
I'm sure that nobody can wait to see him.
He's the marshal that stood in front of my house telling me he'll take me off at the knees if I say one more thing.
Well, he could be back running Aguilar soon if you play your cards right. We'll get some revenue generation going, man. That's how Walsenburg does it. That's how they plan to get out of the red. They're just gonna generate revenue.
Well, whenever he applied to come back to Aguilar, there were like several women that had complaints of a sexual nature against him that weren't given the opportunity to speak at the time because he resigned. He withdrew his application before they got a chance to say anything. And that's all on video. You know, I'm not making up stories as I go. And this one time I talked to a reporter, Colorado Springs, and they started asking me all these questions. And even I had to tell them, look, you know what? There's so much in this story that is so unbelievable. There's no way you're going to believe what I'm saying. You know, you're going to have to call around and get other people. And, you know, some of them's interested in what kind of gossip story that they could spread to sell newspapers. But the real truth of this is so outrageous that it is beyond believable.
I have to say, Vern, I was one of those people that was like, nah, and yeah, I found it. Like the teacher tasing the kids. Oh my God, I still can't believe that happened. I mean, not the teacher, the cop that tased the kids right after tasing the teacher. Like, really? Come on, man. Like, that didn't happen. Yes, it happened. And then all this other crazy shit that we found out about.
We had a marshal that showed up at a disturbance call. So fucking drunk he fell out of the police car, and they had to help him up and put him back in the car. And we didn't fire him. Yeah, good old Aguilar.
I'm telling you, there's a lot of crazy stories that come out of fucking Aguilar, and it's like, really? Come on, it can't be. And then you find out, yep, it's true. And it's like, oh, come on.
I didn't believe it until I seen the bumper stickers that said it's an Aguilar thing.
Oh, yeah, it is absolutely that. And even public officials will tell you it's an Aguilar thing. Stay out of it.
you guys keep it up, I'm going to have you all charged with harassment and disorderly.
Yeah, they're out of control over there. But again, I hope they just keep it up at this point because we're on to them. So it's kind of funny.
It's not even that we're on to them. That's the funny part, is we've already been on to them, and now it's new people on to them. And it's people that they can't really avoid either.
They don't ask for shit,
Well, they're doing the same old business exactly the same way and expecting something different.
I'll tell you this. A lot of our requests are shut down because of active investigations, Vern. So,
do you know the quality of a town clerk we could get for $30 an hour? I mean, well, somebody that's actually been to college, that knows accounting, that knows how to run a town, that our town clerk.
Hey, do you know that Walsenburg just abruptly fired Rick Colander? You guys could hire him.
Oh, yeah. And then on top of it, now they're going to replace the guy that fired Colander with somebody from up in Pueblo.
Yeah.
So there's a chance he gets his job back.
There's a chance that Rick might be able to get his job back, but I don't know. But the guy that was I'm going to cause this commotion, I'm going to do this, the interim mayor guy, he's getting replaced.
Damn.
I think they used him to get rid of Rick, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, let him take the heat for it, and then they move on. Well, we didn't know.
Right? This guy had crazy power. We didn't know. Now we're going to replace him with this guy from up in Pueblo, who apparently was Pueblo's city manager at some point in time, but he's coming in as the city manager, from what I hear.
I wonder if he'd work for $12 an hour.
Well, you have to remember that him coming from Pueblo, there was some rumblings about why he left Pueblo to begin with.
Well, if he's related to anyone down here, then he's sure a shoe-in for the job. I think they're paying.
I don't know.
Last I heard, the office help was like $14 an hour. So hey, if he's willing.
I don't think so. How much is Hurt making over there in Walsenburg? We got her pay stub. How much is she making? 22? Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. $22 an hour, something like that.
Yeah, so she's not far off. I mean, Stephanie's getting paid more than Hurt is, and Hurt's got to deal with more.
Yeah, for a hell of a lot smaller town, under 500 people. Now, I could understand $22 an hour for the job, because if you could run the town, and this would be a breeze for someone with an education. And for $22 an hour, and all you could steal, I mean, benefits that you get, it's not a bad job.
Well, I think Cheryl needs to come down and apply. They do need some help, so maybe she can jump up to $30 an hour right along with Stephanie. I mean, they can afford it. There's no financial issues, none.
Well, my thing was that they didn't apply for anyone else. They didn't even look at the market to see what kind of quality they could bring in. They went by who was willing to not give out any information and do exactly as told. That's not a town clerk's job. A town clerk should be a strong person with an education that goes to the council with problems and lets them guide her position. It's not to where a mayor and town clerk get together and monopolize everything and block all information. That's a dictatorship.
But I thought that's how it runs down here, Vern. Isn't that the way it runs down here? I thought that was the playbook that they had.
Yeah, well, I thought we were supposed to be using Title 31, but I mean, that should be the playbook. Aguilar writes their own playbook. We can't even accept a code of conduct or Bob's Rules of Orders or Robert's Rules of Order. We can't accept any of that as a guideline because it goes against the powers of the weak mayor.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
There's so much, and it's so unbelievable. Unless people that are watching this live here, they probably do not believe half of what's being said. You guys got to be full of shit. Well, no, it's not.
We got a disclaimer in the about section. We're all full of shit.
Okay.
This is we've been about 2 hours now.
Well, let me end with John's line. I am not an attorney.
All right, we're gonna have to do another show on it soon. So it is what it is. Lori dipped out on us. She said, "Be right back." Good thing we're not like holding our breath for her. You know?
Yeah, we'll catch her tomorrow, though.
But yeah, everybody in chat, appreciate you guys coming in. Thanks for those thumbs up. Everybody on panel. Vern, if you want to hang around, we'll talk backstage.
All right.
Yeah, everybody else, appreciate you guys.
Thank you for coming in, everybody. We hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you soon.
Folks. Have a good night.
Now, did you read the news today? They say the danger's gone our way, but I can see the fire still alight. They're burning into the night. There's too many men, too many people making too many problems, and not much love to go around. Can't you see this is a land of confusion? This is the world we live in, and these are the hands we're given. Use them and let's start trying to make it a place worth living
Are you still there?
I'm here.
Are you still watching?
I'm still watching.
Okay, good thing. Good night, everybody.